Welcome to Pollen Weather by Pollen Wise App. It's Friday, September 25th. I'm Landon Bunderson, and this is the place for daily allergy news and forecasts. Heavy rain from Beta is moving into the Carolinas today. Look out for flash flooding out there. The storm that came through Oregon and Washington yesterday is now moving out of the Rockies and into the northern plains states. A nice big system is moving through Wisconsin as well. Rain keeps the pollen and mold low so long as you avoid the windy weather before the front moves in. Keep that in mind. There's a possibility of record temperatures today in the central and southern high plains. I'm not showing you the highs on the temperature map today because although high temps are a bit annoying, they won't have a huge effect on the pollen in this season. The temperature map is, of course, forecasted overnight lows for tonight. We're looking for pollen season ending frost, which is not in the forecast tonight and probably not for the rest of the weekend. But that's why we show the map. That's what we're looking for. Just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Over on the pollen map, we're only seeing 6 locations with very high pollen highs in the forecast today. It looks like sagebrush season has gotten into full swing in northwest Nevada, and I know that Texas and Iowa are still suffering from chenopod and ragweed overload. Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky, your levels are forecasted to be high today. Don't be surprised if you surpass that and get at least one more day in the very high category. Definitely stay close to the app. Overall, pollen is trending down, and while we have some pollen days left, there might be less and less to say here. Most of us are hoping there is less to say. My nose needs a break from 2020 pollen season, that's for sure. Mold is going to peak in the 80s and 90s in Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois. High 70s in parts of the Northeast. Some 90s forecasted in northwest Nevada and northern Utah today. Mold is tapered off nicely in Albuquerque and Phoenix. I'll be watching over the weekend to see if that is in fact a trend or if things rebound down there and mold skyrockets again. It's certainly been dry enough that mold should really be less of a factor in those areas. Air quality, look, it's not perfect, but we've made some dramatic improvements in the west. Los Angeles and areas downwind are really bad right now, but other parts of California are the best they've been in 6 weeks. Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, New York, air quality is also poor out your way. For most of those cities, the problem is particulate matter counts. That's little tiny particles floating around in the air. But for Toronto, it's nitrous oxide, which can be an exacerbant for people who have breathing issues like asthma. So keep that in mind and watch your local air quality levels. That's all we have for today. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can find previous episodes on the Pollen Channel on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, check out the Pollen Wise app, the only place for real hourly pollen and mold counts.